Today I will present my presentation, the open source. First of all, the term open source refers to something people can modify and share because its design is publicly accessible. And the background information, the term original in the content of software development to design a special approach to create the computer programs. And about the history of open source is in 1997, Eric Roman published his book, The Castero and Market, Exploring the Hacker Community and the Principles of Free Software. At the beginning of 1998, the paper received a great attention. Also, that brings us the first question: what is the open source software? The open source software is software with source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and like change to it. And the source code is the part of software that most computer users don't ever see. It's the code computer program can manipulate to change. And like, what's the difference between the open source software and other types of software? Uh, the soft the the other software has like source code that only the person, team, or organization who created and maintains inclusive control over it, and it can like modify it. So people call the kind of software proprietary of or closed source software. And about the proprietary software is the only the original authors of proprietary software can legally copy, inspect, and alter the software, and the computer's users must agree, usually like by signing a license display for the first time to running the software. And the example of this software is the Microsoft Office and Adobe Photoshop. So the next is the open source software. Usually, is the difference is the author make its source code available to other who would like to wear that code, copy it, and learn from it, or like to share it. And another examples for that is the LibreOffice and GNU like program. And the next question is the computer programs important? Is open source software only important to computer program? So the answer is no. Open source technology and open source thinking both benefit programs and non-programs. And and we like compare the open source software like with the other software. The first is the communal software. So the communally available software doesn't give access to its source code because the software is like someone else property. So as a result, users often pay for it. The OSS on the hand is the collaborative effect. So the software is shared property among all who have like helped develop it. The next is the open software like compare with the free software. The similar part is they both deal with the ability to download and to modify software without restriction or charge. So they don't like to charge the user and give like uh, uh, any like strict rules. But however, they still have differences. Is the free software is developing in 1980s by a MIT computer science research called Rich Stallman, and he defined the free software by four conditions as outlined the non-perfect free software foundation. So these four freedoms uh, infuse like to tell the ability of the user to use and enjoy it as they can see it. And as you as you can see, the advantage of the software is first, it can be easily and greatly improved when the source code is passed around, and you can test it and fix it. And the next is like it can be more secure than perfect software because the bugs are indefinitely and fixed quickly. And the last is science is in a public dimension and constantly subject to update. So it can quickly outmode it an important plus for long-term projects. So that's so in conclusion, the open source is like very useful for the users, and the one advantage for the users can be shown very clearly. And thanks for the watching.